Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another video. And it's that time now. Probably a lot of you will been looking forward to for my reviews of these. Today is the first. It's the first. It's June 1st, which is the start of my birthday month, and for the month I've been wanting to review for some time. Doing a review. As I said before, I've been doing something different, so never got around to do it. So it'll be this month for my birthday of June, anime month. So I'm gonna be reviewing animes, both kids and more of the adult mature animes. So, and right off the right off the bat, when I say that when there's uploads, when I've been uploading animes, my reviews of them, there's certain ones I'm doing like in no particular order, but there are like a couple others I do follow ups when I do one, and there's a follow up when I mention. So just bear in mind, there's some maybe like I said, no particular order, or a couple there would be a follow up. So, but just to let you know. But yeah, but anime month is now begun. So I hope you enjoy this month of my reviews of animes. And like I said before, certain ones like the kids ones, which I'll be talking about right here, though, is gonna be easy to review. But when it comes to like more of the adult mature ones, it's much more to judge because it can be all subjective, whether you like or not like them. For me, if I would review more of these, I'd be when reviewing these ones, I'm always gonna be honest. So if I like them, I like them, despite what especially a lot of them with dealing with fan service, and if you know what I mean. So there's a couple of ones I would be reviewing that has a lot of fan service. So. But or even including more of the certain ones on the content of the anime. So, if I like them, I like them. So, but for the most part, the ones I've been putting up though I do like them. So, but like I said, it's hard to review this kind of genre where it's ones that you like or dislike. So it's different from the other regular cartoons. So, but yeah. So on that though, all aside, it's time to review the first of anime month. And well, the background stuff over here, and for the title, is the anime that I've been reviewing for a long time, which I reviewed all the movies, so you check back on my channel, I reviewed all the movies except for one of the series, which I'll get to though, but still, this franchise has been, over 20 years later, it's still popular today. I can't believe it, over 20 years, it's still popular today. Still is, never lost its popularity. And it's become such a worldwide phenomenon, which is still amazing because certain things would die down, but not this franchise, and that is of Pokemon. Pokemon, which I'll be reviewing. The title is I'll be reviewing for the first season of the Indigo League, and I'll be reviewing some other seasons as well. I'm not gonna review all of them at once though, but I'll get to them eventually though. But I just want to review the first few of them, so. And which, more I talk about, I'm also going to talk about my favorite episodes of each of the series as well, so. That's what most of this video is going to be about, is my favorite episodes and one which, but. But just a little explanation, Pokemon it's been a childhood favorite of mine, especially to many others, especially who's been born and grew up during the 90s, like me. And I've enjoyed Pokemon growing up. I always enjoyed watching on Kids WB Kids WB growing up. And of course, one of the most to many people, one of the most memorable themes ever is the theme for Pokemon. I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I can sing the whole entire song as I know it by memory, but I'm just waiting. Pokemon! Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon to many people, it's just, And to show off, I have all the seasons now, so, but to show off what I have here on my bed here, start off playing with the old Game Boy games growing up, You have which I have. What I have here, I have the blue version, but I have it in I'm still playing on my old Game Boy games. So I got the blue version. You got the red. Yellow, Crystal, Gold, and I also got Silver hung up somewhere as well. So all the original games from Blue, Yellow, Red, Crystal, Gold, Silver, and which I've also played Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, Black and White, which I never got around to play Sun and Moon though, and I know they're coming with another set of games called Sword and Shield. So, and I got the guidebooks for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which technically it's Gold and Silver still, but the new new versions of it you can technically say. So I got the guidebook to this one, and I got the guidebook for Black and White, and I got the big book of Pokemon 20th Anniversary Special Edition, Target Edition, so exclusive. Which is all like from the Pokemon cards, all the trading cards, the games, and firstly it also tells the history of Pokemon. You know how all that first started. You know from all the dates and. You know, like from the first movie, the release of the first movie, the Game Boy games, the trading cards. Yeah, like September 5th, 1998, Pokemon anime debuts in North America. So yeah. And including, so I got the Game Boy games as well, like I said, right here. And of course, by Nintendo, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Stadium 2, Pokemon Snap. Still have fun playing these games. And for the CD, I got the Pokemon X 10 Years of Pokemon, which contained the main theme, the Indigo League, Orange Islands, Johto League Journeys, Master Quest, yeah, Battle Frontier, the themes. So, and as for and when Pokemon the first movie came out, the Burger King selling the Burger King toys, which yeah, I had another one. I had another one of these Burger King toys that has been unopened, so somewhere. So, but yeah. Oops. Yeah, but the Burger King toys like Seadra, Tentacruel, Golem, Sandslash, the keychains and water squirts, tops, and of course the Burger King. The Pokemon the first movie, the trading cards from Burger King for the first movie came out. So. Yeah. Love Pokemon. So, it's still a popular franchise to this day. Still can't believe it. And Detective Pikachu, of course, with the release of Detective Pikachu that just came out. Yeah. But all that aside now, just want to get that out of the way. But again, with the first season that debuted in North America in 1998, which technically, in Japan, 1997, and until 1999. But I'll just go when its original debut, so I can put like the proper date, like 1997. It ran for the first season, ran all the way until 1999, so no confusion there. But yeah, the Pokemon Indigo League. And for hardcore fans like me, we all know the story by now of our main character Ash Ketchum, who lives in Pallet with his mom, and he's 10 years old, and he turned 10. That's the age when they become Pokemon trainers to get their first Pokemon. In which I know the biggest fan theories that how he did not age and he remains the same after all this time. Yeah. We've all heard about that theory before, but I'm not talking about that though, so you can decide on that on your own. But yeah, he goes to Professor Oak. He meets where he meets his rival, Gary, which is Professor Oak's grandson, Gary Oak. And he goes to Professor Oak and to get his first Pokemon, and first, of course, for the Indigo League, the Kanto League. There's Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. They've all been taken. So You get the first and only time when Pikachu comes out of his Pokeball, and Pikachu doesn't like him originally. So, and from the first episode, just them trying to get along until they get caught with a flock of Spearow. Pikachu saves them, and when Ash first meets Misty, it takes her bike, which has been a running gag throughout the series, because the reason why she's on the journey, because you owe me a bike. You still owe me a bike. And by the time when Pikachu fends off the Spearows by electrocuting, the Spearow, then when they glance across the sky, they see this mysterious Pokemon, which is the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh, which that doesn't appear until the Johto League. So yeah, so they already had that under there before in the first debut of the episode. So yeah, they saw Ho-Oh. And they get to the Pokemon Center, which we first introduced to also Team Rocket, Jesse James, and Meowth. Of course, the fun fact though that Jesse and James are named after the famous outlaw Jesse James. If anyone knows that, though. And they see how the potential this Pikachu has. So from then on, throughout this whole entire franchise, they've been trying to catch Pikachu. Every single episode, well, most episodes until when you get into the Black and White series, they've been doing missions. They've been trying to catch Pikachu for most of the good portion of the, well, a good chunk of the Black and White series, because they've been doing their little mission. So they've been trying to catch Pikachu in that time. So, but throughout the most of the whole entire franchise, still, because when you get to the XY series, the Kalos regions, where they're still again trying to catch Pikachu. But yeah, from then on, since the first incident, they've been trying to catch Pikachu ever since, and failed. And we all know how this story goes. After that, he wants to win his 8 gym badges, enter the Pokemon League, and first goes to Pewter City, where he meets Brock, who wants to be a Pokemon breeder, and he has a big family of 10 brothers and sisters. And with Ash first meets Flint, which, unknowing to him, it's Brock's father, who helps his Pikachu to train, to be able to defeat Brock's rock Pokemon, Geodude, and Onix, which he does. And throughout the whole episodes, they're all one big journey together, and they get to Cerulean City, where the 3 sisters, which are Misty's sisters, she's the youngest, and challenges her. Until the battle was interrupted by Team Rocket, but eventually he wins his badge afterwards. And this is why, and what I'm saying, I don't need to explain much about the whole entire series, but because we all know how the original series ends up, So I'm just gonna, for now I'm gonna, because everyone knows the series by now, so I'm just gonna start right now talk about my favorite episodes now of the Indigo League. So, this is not one of my favorite episodes, but leading up to when Ash challenges the Vermilion City Gym, which is Lieutenant Surge and his Raichu, and after they get on the ship and it's shipwrecked, which is like the nod to the Poseidon Adventure, which I always liked, but that's not one of my favorite episodes though. Then I get to the island of the giant Pokemon, which they're turned to be robots. But my first favorite episode is Primeape Goes Bananas, when they first encounter, which it was Mankey, and which he has this fascination with Ash's hat. And the funny thing is, though, when they try to strike it, but Ash wants to catch it, and first tries to feed it, well, Brock gives it a donut, or one of those popcorn balls, wherever those black and white things, rice balls, I should say. But they said a donut. And he gives it to Mankey, and Ash wanted to catch it, and Mankey throws that donut at it, and he catches it. It's like, it's a donut! And Missy goes, a donut Pokemon? Then Mankey steals Ash's hat. And then Team Rocket appears, and James kicks it, and causing it to evolve into Primeape. Beats the crap out of all of them. And, like when Brock tries to calm it down, he gets his ass kicked. And then to the point where now he's Ash is not gonna run away anymore, so he's gonna fight it. Squirtle and Bulbasaur don't work, so Charmander gets beaten up, but eventually his flame power, the lid of his Charmander's tail grows bigger and just unleashes its full potential and just defeats Primeape and catches it. And then Team Rocket, because they said the pitfall trap, and it's like, where's Primeape? And it's like, throws it and just beats him and sends him flying into the air. So that's my first favorite episode. The second one comes The second one that comes after that is Pokemon Sensation, which is the next episode where they enter Celadon City, and which is the Celadon gym leader Erica. But first, the place is known for its perfumes, like Ash, Misty, and Brock. Well, Brock, Misty, and Pikachu, they like to smell perfumes, but Ash doesn't, so he gets kicked out, and he will not be allowed to enter the gym because they make that stuff there. So he gets kicked out of there. And so Ash has no choice but to team up with Team Rocket to help him sneak inside the gym by dressing up as a girl. And eventually he gets figured out, but he still ends up challenging Erica. Until when Team Rocket interrupts and accidentally sets the whole place on fire, and Erica, her friend Gloom, which he tells a story about how he was like rescued from a Grimer, and Gloom's her friend, and Gloom was still in the building, the blazing building. Ash rescues it, earning him the gym badge for that. So that's number 2. Number 3 is Pokemon Is Pokemon Fashion Flash. Is when Brock, because he's trained to be a Pokemon breeder, he goes to this one place, or meets with Susie, who has a Vulpix, and Team Rocket. They have this little They set up this little scheming place where they make other people's Pokemon like as flashy as possible in the makeup and dresses. And Misty wanted to take Psyduck to get a little makeover, but she ends up getting a makeover. They make her get a makeover. And when Meowth spoils their cover, and like when James tells him, you better tell you better tell where your friends are, or you want your face painted like Frankenstein. And Psyduck runs away to tell the others. And Team Rocket, they go do it I'm sure probably some people get on their nerves, which it never bothered me when they do their introduction every episode. So, but never bothered me though. Pardon me. Ash, Brock try to fight, but their Pokemon gets covered in sludge, and Susie steps in, uses her Vulpix, and uses Fire Spin, and like Missy's tied up at the top of the stairs, and the Fire Spin goes towards her, and it's like, hey, don't Fire Spin me, help! And if I know, it was funny that when Brock and Ash, they look at her, it's like, what happened to her face? They both start laughing, and Missy's like, dumb boys. Yeah. and then eventually Susie lets Brock take care of her Vulpix for her. And now the next episode. This was the first episode that introduced me to the show. This is Sparks Fly for Magnemite. This was the first episode that introduced me to Pokemon when I first saw it back in the day. When I was watching Kiss WB, this was the first. So Sparks Fly for Magnemite. This was the very first episode that introduced me to Pokemon. The very first episode that I saw. And this is one of my, it's not my all-time favorite episode of Pokemon, but this is the first one this is the episode that introduced me to Pokemon, though. Not my favorite, but this one that introduced me to. Sparks Fly for Magnemite. Is when Pikachu is falling a little ill, and they're going to investigate this place because the power is down, and there's this Magnemite that follows Pikachu around because of Pikachu's build up electricity when it's not feeling well, and then all of a sudden they smell something that's rank, and it's because it's been taken over by Grimer, and then their leader, Muck. They chase after him into the control room, and Pikachu, the Magnemite, and Magneton, they chase away the Grimer, but Pikachu and Magnemite they defeat the leader of the Muck leader, and Ash catches it. In which throughout the whole series, when because he sent it to Professor Oak, and throughout the whole series, when Ash calls home, well, he calls Professor Oak. A lot of times when Professor Oak's talking to Ash on the other side of the monitor, Muck is always smothering him with loves, Muck. It's okay, Muck, and it's just always smothering Professor Oak. So I like Ash's Muck, so it's just funny. Yeah. And since Pikachu used up all the electricity that built up, Pikachu feels fine now. Yeah, so Sparks Fly for Magnemite, the very first episode that introduced me to Pokemon. Yeah. Next is the Ninja Poke Showdown, where Ash faces Koga. The gym leader Koga, who's a ninja, and which is they find the gym. Which at first they didn't know the place was a gym. It was a place that's full it's a ninja house, invisible walls, trapdoors, etc. And Koga's his Venonat evolves into Venomoth, and then Team Rocket interrupts, and gives Pikachu, Charmander, and the rest of Pokemon and sticky stuff, and then Misty's Psyduck pops out of the Pokeball. It's a running gag, where it pops out of his Pokeball on its own, and starts giving Misty a headache, and when Sonic gets Arbok chomped down on its head, causes it to give it such a bad headache, Sonic unleashes its power, Disable and Confusion, tosses Team Rocket around and sends them flying. And the rest of the battle phases with Ash's Charmander gets Golbat and he wins. That's another episode. That's another of my favorite episodes. Next, jumping a little further ahead, is a Chansey Operation, where Ash, Misty, and Brock, because originally Pikachu swallowed the whole apple whole, was taken, because there's no Pokemon Center, so he takes it to a hospital and meets with the doc, the guy's name, Doctor, treats it, and then Nurse Joy calls, because of Team Rocket, they were driving with a truck full of Pokemon, all the Pokemon get injured, so they bring them to the hospital, and where they be doctors and nurses to help him out, even Team Rocket as well. And funny with the Meowth, because the gold charm on his forehead is in his head, and Chansey's someone pay any price, and Chansey's oh, thanks, I said price, not rice. Chansey holds up the whole entire police station with Officer Jenny. And where the doctor gets knocked out because of Dodrio, because he was going to give it something to sleep, to put it to sleep, but Dodrio knocks it out of his hand, and he gets put to sleep. So he sleeps throughout the whole thing where they fix the Pokemon, and Team Rocket sees an opportunity to take over, to take Pikachu and all the other Pokemon. And then the doctor helps him out, and then all the other Pokemon are treated good. So the next one is Bulbasaur's Mysterious Garden. This is shortly after when Misty gets Togepi, and Bulbasaur, he's about to get his bulb starts glowing, so it indicates that he's about to evolve. Then they hear the tale of this mysterious garden. Bulbasaur gets taken away by other Bulbasaur, which is a part that's forbidden for humans that are not supposed to be there. And there's all the Bulbasaur. Then out of this big tree, the Venusaur comes out, and they start singing the Bulbasaur starts singing, and it makes him evolve into Ivysaur, except for Ash's, because Ash's Bulbasaur does not want to evolve. So Ash steps in, Team Rocket comes in, takes all the Ivysaur, like Venusaur tries to save him because he has so many Vine Whips, and Bulbasaur learns Solar Beam, saves them. As I'm not going into details on each and everything in the episode, because 20 years later, people should know these episodes by now. So I'm not going into details step by step, though. So that's Bulbasaur Mysterious Garden, another favorite of mine. Next one is the Misty Mermaid, where Misty's Horsey's not feeling very well, so she heads back home at the Cerulean Gym, and her sisters ask her to be part of this underwater play where she plays the magical mermaid. And another thing with Misty's sisters, they're always they'll bully her though, but they think the Misty is she gets the short end of the stick on a whole bunch of things compared to what her sisters have. They think, because they're much more prettier than she is, or something like that though, but they ask her to do it though, so she does. Of course, when Team Rocket interferes, steal the water Pokemon, and then eventually the seal that the sisters have evolves into Dewgong, freezes them, and sends them flying again. So, and letting a Misty have her Horsey and Starmie stay there, and one of those sisters was like, "Hey, cutie," it's like, "Haha, you're not getting my Togepi, but you can keep this one if you want." Psyduck, and they're like, "We're not that desperate." So that's the Misty Mermaid. That's one of the favorite of mine. Then the last two ones that are my favorites is when Ash enters a Pokemon League, and it's in 7 parts. So, but my favorite episodes is part 2. Round 1 begins when Ash versus this trainer named I forget what this guy's name is though. Basically, he was he's a little bit arrogant, and Ash chooses Krabby, which he caught earlier in the show. The first time he's using it in a Pokemon battle against Exeggutor, defeats it, and then the first win, it evolves into Kingler, and it defeats his other two ones like Golbat and Seadra easily. And then my last favorite episode of the Intego League is the 4th round Rumble, which is there are 4 rounds to get into the semifinals. Ash battle on the water terrain, and the other one was rock terrain, ice terrain, and then the grass terrain. So round one began part 2. That's the favorite of mine. But not part 3 though. But the next one, 4th round Rumble, part 4. That's my last favorite episode of the series. Where he battles on the grass terrain, and when this gets this girl trainer named Jeanette. She has a Beedrill and a Scyther, both defeated by Bulbasaur, but her best Pokemon is a Bellsprout. Defeats Bulbasaur and Pikachu. And as Brock and Misty are watching, Professor Oak and Ash's mom is there to watch as well. And Ash chooses Muck. And Bellsprout just keeps on attacking Muck and just does absolutely nothing. Just, Muck is just taking the blows and just absorbing it. Does nothing to him at all. And Muck finishes it with a body slam, and then he absolutely wins. That's another one of my favorite. That's another one of my favorite episodes because Ash uses Muck to win his fourth round. So, and so those are my top 10 favorite episodes of the Integral League. And as the last of the series of the episodes, when he meets his new friend Richie, who also has a Pikachu. When it comes to the top, I forget, top 18 or top 12, I forget though. And by the time he faces him, he came down to his last Pokemon, which was Charizard, because we all know how Ash's Charizard is when it evolved from Charmeleon, and then a Charizard, which would not listen to him at all. And since Charizard refused to battle, Ash lost. But eventually in the next round that Richie lost against his other girl, so. And it ends, with when the Integral League was over, it ends with Richie walking off with the theme playing. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. So it ends with that theme playing. And then as Ash heads back to Palatown, hence setting up this next series of the Orange Islands. So yeah. But the first series of the season, the Integral League, I love. It's my childhood show that I grew up just loving. To many people as well. Just then, especially I also had the 90s cartoon quality to it. Like how the 90s cartoons should have been. So, but yeah, I love the series, and I just must have my top 10 favorite episodes. This is one I enjoyed. Pokemon, this is always be a part of my childhood as well as life, because I still am a fan of Pokemon. I got many other stuff that's Pokemon stuff, I just can't bring everything all at once, so. But yeah. But this is my review of the first season of the Integral League. What more can I say? For anyone to say the same thing, what more can we say about the first season of the Integral League? It's just a great series, great way to how Pokemon was introduced. So, yeah, love the Integral League series. It's the best. Probably, let's say, the original, probably a lot of people, as the series goes on, people still say the first season is still the best. Yeah. For the most part, yeah, it's true. But yeah, so that's my review of the first season of the Integral League. It's the classic series. Next will be on the Orange Islands. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned on the next anime review. And like I said, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. You teach me and I'll teach you Pokemon. Man, that just never gets old. It's always gonna be one of the most memorable themes of all time. So yeah. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned on the next review of the Orange Islands later. And then, which concludes the first of Anime Month later.